Hey, good morning. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another day on the roads. We are going to go hit the roads, do some deliveries, and hopefully we'll have a great day. So stick around and come along with me. Well, I just came from a Safeway on the south side called Capilano, and we had to do an internal transfer. So that basically means that one of the Safeways on the north side is short of some medications. So I had to go to a different location to go pick up those medications and take them back to the north side. But the funny thing is, there was about 5 staff, pharmacists and assistants working there on the south side, and none of them knew what was going on. They had never heard of such a thing before, and there was no record of an order. So I called my dispatcher, and she was trying to tell me what to say, but I told her I already said all that. And these folks just were scrambling to find out what was going on, but eventually they figured it out. They said the staff that were there on the weekend must have done it and didn't keep proper records, but they found it. It was just a box of some pills of some kind. So that's where I'm heading to now, back to the north side. So I only have 3 orders right now, but it's a hopping in morning. So hopefully it won't be a sign of things to come. Hopefully it'll be a good day. The sun is shining. It's got the cold one, but it is what it is. So stick around. Hopefully we'll have a great day. Just looking at some of my notes that I wrote down of topics that I wanted to discuss, and that some people had mentioned to me that maybe I could discuss. And one of the topics was escaping the rat race. Well, I guess first of all we have to define what a rat race is. I don't know. In my opinion, the rat race is what we've always been raised to believe here in Canada, at least, and America, that you go to school, get a good education, then move on to college or university, get a good education, and then get on with a good company and work for a good company for 30, 40 years, get yourself married, have 2 or 3 children, 2 or 3 dogs and cats, the big house with the white picket fence, and all that good stuff. Get yourself a vehicle or 2, brand new, make your payments, pay your mortgage. I read somewhere that mortgage comes from a French word, mortier or something, which means agreement until death. Sounds about right. So we'll discuss that. We'll have a conversation on that, and we'll see if there's a way we can escape, if you choose to. There's that high rise or low rise still under construction. Will they ever get it done? It doesn't look like it's changing very much, but I'd imagine there's a lot of things going on the inside. Yeah, and also I wanted to give a shout out to Alexander. He bought me a coffee. Picked up a coffee today. So Alexander donated, I think, $25 earlier to my Buy Me a Coffee link in my description. So thank you, Alexander. I'm having a coffee on you. I do bring a thermos of coffee every other day, but I find that it's a little heavy. So the coffee is heavy and bold, And sometimes a nice light drip coffee from Tim Hortons or McDonald's is kind of nice. So anyway, so I was just saying, how do you escape the rat race? If you want to escape the rat race, some people are happy to do what we've always done, but it's kind of hard sometimes when you've got a big mortgage, big car payments, insurance goes up, the cost of living goes up, but wages don't always go up. So it's hard. And correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of younger people now, what do they call them, Generation Z, they would rather have experiences, travel and see the world and all that kind of good stuff, rather than having the big house and big car and a bunch of children. So they've already kind of escaped the rat race. Or by using technology, there are a lot of people nowadays that can use the technology to create a living for themselves. They're nomads. They can be digital nomads, and the way of making money is not limited to where they live. They can live anywhere in the world, as long as they have an internet connection and a mobile phone or a computer. Another thing that's kind of interesting is, the currency. Our currency is always it's devalued. It's not worth what it used to be. Many years ago, you could buy a house for $20,000. Now houses are $350,000 to $500,000 or more. A lot of people have gotten wealthy on Bitcoin, or people bought gold or silver. That is hard assets. That's real. The gold and silver, at least, is real money. Whereas your paper currency is fiat currency, and it's worth something by decree of the government that issues it. But most currencies over the years have failed. But ours is propped up by the government, and it's artificially propped up. But we'll continue this conversation. I have to run into the Freshco Pharmacy and pick up another couple of orders here, and then give me your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, so I got my order, so I got to take this back over to the customer. And we'll continue our conversation, about escaping the rat race. So, a lot of people have worked all their lives, and maybe they call themselves snowbirds because they've paid off their house, they've retired, and they've got lots of money. So that's one way of escaping the rat race, by actually contributing to the rat race, and then successfully getting through it. Don't mind me here. I'm just trying to find my keys. I'll head over to this customer. But yeah, so it's kind of what we're talking about. Is you want to continue doing what you've always been doing? I don't know. Let's get inside the car here, where it's a little bit warmer, and continue with what we're doing.
I'm trying to get my dad.
So, I don't know. Can any of you offer any suggestions? What should a person do? My situation is, well, my wife and I, I'm 62. She's in her mid 50s, and we are still in the rat race. So, I don't know. I would love to escape the rat race, because I don't want to be doing this kind of work, or any kind of work for that matter, for somebody else. if I was doing something that I loved and it was my own company and my own thing, and it was making making a good living at it, that would be great. If YouTube was, if I could make $2,000 or $3,000 a month on a regular basis with YouTube, plus maybe my old age pension in 2 or 3 years, that would be good. That would be good. That would be independent of where you're living. So basically, you could be living anywhere in the world. Maybe go live in Italy or somewhere in Eastern Europe, or spend a couple of months in Southeast Asia. Travel around a little bit. A lot of people, they still want to do that. They still want to, get married, have children, have careers, have a house, big car, 30-year mortgage. And that's okay. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. But that's what they call the rat race. I've done all that, 45 years of it. So, but through mistakes of my own and not planning properly for the future, I'm still in the rat race. So I just wanted to throw that out there. A good conversation. It's always good to have a good conversation. And you folks have a lot of good advice, a lot of good experience. A lot of my viewers are in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. What is your opinion? What have you done? Have you escaped the rat race? Let us all know in the comments. What should a person do? They always say, or I've heard it said, that 90% of your success in life depends on who you marry. And that could be true as well. So, I don't know. I'm just a working guy. I'm just a stranger on the internet trying to come up with answers. But I'm hustling. You do what you got to do to pay the bills, keep food on the table, keep a roof over our head. We'll get her done. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, some young folks, they don't even enter the rat race, let alone compete or try to exit or try to escape. So that could be another point. But I don't think there's any kind of a magic pill or a magic answer. So maybe I'll add this to my Ramblings from the Road episodes. But anyway, just wanted to do a relatively short video on can you escape the rat race? I don't know, but it's worth a try. So I'm happy that if any of you folks stayed and watched the whole video, I appreciate that. So I am going to wrap this one up, and we will see you in the next video. So please like, subscribe, share this with anybody who wants to escape the rat race, and let's start a conversation. Because I don't have the answers, but I can sure come up with a few questions. So anyway, have a great one, and we will see you in the next video.